You see her often right here at Tampa-based Morning Blend with all her healthy recipes and, of course, without the guilt and feeling good in our tummies. Cookbook author Erica Schlick is here with us.
Hello.
Glad you can join us, specifically because I know that you've got some stuff for us without having that bloating effect after eating and without the guilt. Tell me about this recipe that you're sharing with us today.
Absolutely. Today I'm going to show you how to make an autumn harvest bowl, and this has all the great fall flavors. You've got some roasted veggies, some fresh herbs, and it's got a nice quinoa and kale base, so it's going to keep you full. You can eat this on its own if you want a little bit of a lighter meal or a side, or you can put some grilled chicken, grilled steak on it and make it a really filling meal. But it's got all the fall flavors, keeps you full. You're not going to be craving all those sugary things that are in our sights right now.
That's the thing, all the different flavors, and then we get to overindulge in the sweets. You mentioned about the roasting the vegetables, right? Okay. I don't think I do a good job. I definitely either, overcook them, that I don't like it, or not enough seasoning. What's your best tip for us to make those delicious meals with the veggies?
Absolutely. I know it can be a little confusing sometimes how to do it and how to get them perfect. So I like to roast them at 425 degrees. And what I do is I get a little bowl and I mix my oil. I like to use either coconut oil, olive oil, ghee, are pretty good for high heat. And then I mix in my seasoning and whisk it. And then in a large bowl, I coat all my veggies and put them on a parchment sheet. And then you want to cook them for about 15, 20 minutes, depending on what size they are. If they're small, like small pieces, maybe even a little bit less. And then flip them over and then roast them again for another 10 to 15 minutes. But make sure you're keeping an eye on them at that point, because that's where things can go wrong. You can either overcook them, leave them undercooked. So you want to use some tongs and make sure they're kind of, soft, but not overly soft. And that's when you know to pull them out.
See, that's the problem. I get carried away looking at Instagram and then I forget about the veggies and it's a different story.
Set a timer. Timers are your friend. And you should smell them too. You should be like, oh yeah, I smell it. I forgot there's something in the oven. I'm guilty too.
I know. Okay, so you mentioned about keeping us full with these different options, but you also mentioned oils and ghee specifically. Tell our viewers about the importance of adding good fats into our meals.
Absolutely. Good fats are a great way to keep your body full, especially like in between meals. You know how sometimes if you eat things that don't have a lot of healthy fats or protein, you might start to have that crash and crave sugar. Having those healthy fats really keeps you full longer. They're super anti-inflammatory. Ghee is great because it has all the inflammatory proteins that dairy usually has removed, and it has a really high smoke point. So it's great to cook with, great to roast your veggies with, and it's absolutely delicious.
And do you explain that in your cookbook? I see you have it right there. We just want to mention it so that our viewers can, maybe take a look at that and learn more about making these healthy meals, but keeping the flavors in.
Absolutely. The whole first section of the book is talking all about healthy fats, oils, proteins, how to source quality ingredients, and why those things matter. So there's lots of information in the book before you even get into the recipes and how to use those ingredients.
All right. And talking about recipes, I am ready to see you blend all those flavors together. Let's go ahead, Erica.
Absolutely. So as we already mentioned, we talked about the roasted veggies. So I've got my roasted butternut squash here and my roasted cauliflower. And what I did is I went ahead and roasted that with a little bit of ghee or olive oil. You can use either one, some cinnamon, a little bit of sea salt, and roasted those and got those ready to go. So that's kind of the basics of the salad. Now we're going to start with the dressing. So I've got some extra virgin olive oil here, and I've got some fresh lemon juice. And this dressing is pretty simple, but it's what really ties it together. We've got some onion powder, garlic powder, sea salt, and then I've got fresh rosemary. Now, I always like to use fresh herbs when I'm doing my salad. It's so much more nutritious for you, gives it a better flavor, and it's really nice to be able to kind of bite it and have some fresh herbs in there. So this is our dressing. I'm just going to go ahead and whisk it and set this aside here. Now I've got my salad here. So this is the kale base. And what I've done is I've massaged a little bit of olive oil and lemon juice into it. And that helps to break down the fibers. Also gets the kale with a nice coating of, a little bit of the start of our dressing. And we're going to go ahead and add in our quinoa. Now, the nice thing with this salad is you can even make your quinoa the night before. And so that way it's nice and cool to mix into your salad. You don't have to wait for it. So I always recommend doing that. And we're just going to use a fork just to get this kind of combined. Now, it should be like a few bites of quinoa with your kale, just to give it a nice bit of a texture in your base. And that's the base of our salad. Now I'm going to go ahead and put it into a nice bowl that you'll be able to serve it in. So I'm going to go ahead and transfer that here. And now we're going to go ahead and assemble the rest of our salad. So I've got our roasted veggies. So this is our butternut squash. And we'll go ahead and just put that as a row on one side. And then we've got our roasted cauliflower that I'm going to go ahead and put as a row here in the center. And then we've got some apples because it's not fall without fresh apples. So go ahead and assemble those here on the side. And you can do as many or as few apples as you want. You know, apples do have a little bit of sugar with the fruit, but since you're eating it with such a balanced meal, you don't have to worry about that too much. And I've got some hemp hearts here that I'm going to go ahead and put on top. Now, hemp hearts are great in omega-3s. They're high in fiber, high in magnesium, which we can all use a little bit extra of during the holiday season. And they give it a nice crunch. And then that's it. We're just going to go ahead and pour our dressing over the salad, and it is ready to enjoy.
Thank you, Erica. And I just want our viewers to understand, what inspired you particularly to do this cookbook and incorporate everything you've learned throughout your years cooking into these new recipes?
Absolutely. In 2012, my life changed completely. I was diagnosed with celiac disease, and 2 years later, I found out I had Lyme disease. So changing my diet was an integral part to my recovery and my healing. I've been in remission for 5 years now. Eating this way is one of the things that keeps me healthy and resilient, and I just love it. So I wanted to share all my recipes with the rest of the world, with anyone else that may be struggling with a health or chronic illness, and also people who just want to eat healthy.
That's right. And we're so glad that you're here with us and, interacting with you too. So thank you for joining us. And if you want to learn more about Erica's recipes and more about her journey, you may visit the website on your screen.